that feeling when no one changes their nickname, so we don't know who is who.
It'll be done soon. Let me grab the invite link real quick, and then you can post your thing, Devo.
Okay. You guys make sure to react in Cat's basement. It's very, 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 very important. Thank you.
All right. Let me take away the mute perm, the global mute perm.
Devo, what the fuck?
Okay, you guys now just need push to talk to speak in here. So if you wish to speak at one point during this meeting, you need to turn on push to talk. This is for everyone who is mod or below moderator. Try reconnecting to the VC. Yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, gamers.
Hello.
Nuggets.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, they have to leave and rejoin because everyone's still perma-muted. But yeah.
This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, ask people in the other VC to come on down in a second. They'll come down when the meeting's starting. All right, meeting starts in about 1 minute.
Hey Mango, am I retarded? What's the TOS about for the role assignment?
The what, Devo?
It's the game TOS. I don't know.
Town of Salem.
Town of Salem,
Town of Salem,
probably.
thank you.
Yeah. No, it's retreating in realm because you break TOS. Honestly.
All right, meeting starts in 1 minute. About.
You should make like a captain style announcement. This is your captain speaking on it.
Please use staff meeting text for serious stuff only, guys. That is all that I ask of you. I also ask you to be calm and collected. All right, let's begin this meeting. As you see, we have locked down every pub affiliated staff social zone. That is because we will be moving everything for a trial to here. So once we begin verifying you guys, you'll have access to a section with a bunch of social zones. So TLDR, everything that you had for social before is locked down, and now you will be able to socialize here with all pub affiliated staffs. All right, you may now begin staff verification. I just wanted to put that out there. So please type your name, what Discord you're staff in, and your role.
Where's the list, Mango, for roles for each?
Let me find it. It's in
We
Cockpit.
just start verifying people as you talk?
Yes. Basically, let me scroll up real quick and find this.
We'll just go top down.
I pinned it in Cockpit, Devo.
Thank you. That's what I needed.
Question:
Yes.
when we verify people, let's say they have VRL in a server, do we give them RL as well as we do normally, or do we
Just give them their highest role. It should be compatible here.
Okay.
I presume realm leader is EO.
Yes, realm leader is EO. But let me know. I'll just verify you manually. Mino is an RL. Change nickname. This might take a little while, guys, so be patient. Look on your phone, look at Reddit, look at YouTube. watch some Twitch clips. Please just be patient.
Before I do anything dumb, mechanic is dev, right? Because I know the
Yes,
sex can't give it to
mechanic is
someone.
dev.
Okay. Alright, I'll
And
get used
then
to that.
passenger service agent is EO, right?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yes, I can manually verify you as well.
Are we also changing the nicknames at the same time, or are we leaving?
Yes.
Okay.
Make sure to change their nicknames.
For TRLs and O3 Discord, do you give RL?
TRL's in O3 Discord?
Yes, give RL.
Yeah, give them RL.
Alright.
If
Also-
somebody like their Discord name and their IGN is the same, do we have to change it so that they
Add
can't?
Use
a
a different
period to the end of it.
capitalization, or
Okay,
use a different
cool.
capitalization.
Yeah, that both those work.
Or just don't verify.
Weird gang.
Kick them, they're clearly an alt.
I believe that should be everyone up until over.
Yep.
Alright.
If there's anyone that still isn't verified, please repost your names
There's a 600.
on Bros.
They can't, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
just
Or
PM.
just say something in staff meeting text or PM someone for it.
Every single person who's in the staff meeting VC is verified.
Okay.
Not all of them have nicknames though.
Yeah, guys. If you don't have a nickname set, please type it in staff meeting text. I'll begin explaining more things in more detail soon.
Oh yeah, Jev is VRL in O3.
Oh yes, he is.
And whoever just changed his name to my name, Jev, that's not his name anymore.
Bros, can
Alright.
capitalize
Who's
my
this
think-
Papega?
I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Why is my name uncapitalized?
Who else but Juvenile?
We've already said why
Shut
a
up,
name be
Blaze.
capitalized. They can't match your Discord tag. If you wanted to have a period instead of the capitalization, just let me know and I'll change it in DMs, please.
So it looks like things are slowing down, so why don't you kick it off, Manjil?
Yeah, I'm just changing something real quick. Alright. So, first things first. Now that you guys have verified, you can see Economy Plus. Economy Plus is going to be your main socialization zone. Now that you have a base idea for that, I should start with the rules. Alright, CRJ. So in cargo hold, this is going to be your main rules, etc., announcements, these sort of things. So rules, make sure
Have
you
we
read them.
have we explained why we're doing this and sort of the main reason behind it? Just
Yeah.
to reiterate.
So
Have
the
we?
main
Or-
reason,
yeah.
you want to take over that part, or
I mean, I can if you like.
yeah, why don't you go over the main reasons why we're doing this? Also, I ask that you guys calm down with your shitposting in Kinsona's compartment and stick to staff meeting text for now.
All right. So the main reason we're sort of coming together to do this is sort of that. Let me find the announcement that I wrote because it summed up a lot of points that I believe could be helpful. But I believe before we get into exactly like what this server is going to be, we should probably go over why we're doing this because it seems a little weird to just sort of like tell you guys to join a random server and then go off from there. But I think that there's a number of reasons why we want to do this, and the main one being that now that there's a couple of different servers that Pub is running, we'd like to give people more of a community than we think Pub's current system of just having Cansonia's Basement offers, and we think that this is the best way that we can do that while also getting some nice benefits out of it as a sort of upside. A couple of them being that you guys can all now double Discord. So basically, you can now be in a VC over here and also be in a VC in pub, which is pretty useful in my opinion. Allows you to actually hear the RL or at least have them on low volume while you're talking with your friends if you're doing something else over in this server. So that's totally fine. The other thing that this would allow is, again, I think a better staff community, because at the moment I don't think that O3 or EOs have the same sort of community that I think RLs do. And this hopefully opens it up and allows people to meet some new people, make some new friends, and hopefully that's sort of another upside / bonus. And then another great bonus, I guess, sort of minor thing, is that if Pub does end up getting Discord partnered soon, this would allow us to keep Cansonia's basement the way it is right now and not have to crack down on sort of the occasionally sus shit that gets posted there. Obviously, we still want to keep everything family friendly and definitely not NSFW, but the occasional sus stuff that gets posted there that we might have had to clamp down on if Pub does end up getting Discord partnered, then yeah, we can get around that a little bit by moving that off the main server, I suppose. And so those are sort of the three-pronged reason why we decided to sort of, in a sense, move some of the social activities, or rather social channels in Pub and other affiliated servers over into this lovely new airplane-themed shenanigan base that we've created and crafted. And Manjo, who is really the sort of mastermind behind all of this, is going to take it further and do the rest of the explanation. So go for it, homie.
All right, thank you, Fails. Fails explained that very well. Also, I was reading some messages while you said that. One other big potential future benefit is if we do open up another server, if another raid dungeon does come out, we can have them socialize here and not have to worry about them having an unfair social zone. So, for instance, O3RLs right now, I don't know if any of you are O3RLs. Well, I know some of you are, but their social channel is admittedly kind of shit. It's not anywhere near what you guys have. So it's only in all fairness that they're putting in hard work as well, that they get a social channel equal to yours. Like Devo said, we are a big family. I'm excluding your one word from that. So now that we've covered reasons to give this a shot and whatnot, and I do ask that all of you do give this a fair shot. Let's look under the cargo hold section. We're going to start off with rules. Rules are fairly simple. Make sure to follow them. If you do not follow rules, this is how the punishments will go here. First, you will receive a warning with the person who is your higher up in the serious servers. So if you're an RL in Pub, you'll be talked to by an HRL and you will receive a warning. After that, if you continue to break rules, you will receive a 1-week removal of roles and you will not be able to socialize. And then finally, if you break 3 rules, and depending on severity, you'll be banned with an appeal about a month down the line. Does anybody have any questions on that? By the way, you can use push to talk if you want. Yes, the rules are in the rules channel under cargo hold.
Do you believe that is not maybe a little bit contradictory, where if you create a server like this, a community where people are expected to socialize and gain more friends essentially, and then introduce bans as a form of punishment, would you not say that it's only going to...
you'll only be receiving a ban if you're doing outlandish behavior.
Of course, but those people that do such a thing, which we can expect people to do, they will be funneled into less official ways of socializing, essentially channels where we don't expect them to. The bans are only going to essentially contradict your point of, okay, we create more friends here, but then what do you do if you're banned from here? Well, they're going to find other means of socializing which you don't want them to.
You shouldn't be getting banned in the first place. If you got banned, that means you've really fucked up and done something bad, and you've done it multiple times. It's not going to be a common occasion that you see that someone is banned. And Slay, well, actually, one second. I'll get to your guys' question in a second. Does that answer your question, Salcosa?
Well, obviously, I expect if people get banned here, they must have done something relatively stupid, but
yes,
they're more likely to do other stupid things as well.
I don't think it's just for like, okay, if people do, the thing was more like if people do dumb shit in pub halls, or like in pub and cans, going for like Discord partner, that could play like it could play a worse part, sorry, in the image of the server. Whereas if people do dumb shit here, doesn't really matter in Discord's eyes, but it's not just for that as well. It's also because like we can socialize with multiple Discords. That's also part of the reasoning this was created. But also, if people do dumb shit in pub, we might not get partner. If people don't do dumb shit here, they do dumb shit here. It doesn't change anything.
I think like I'm not sure if I'm getting this from Sakosa right, but I feel like maybe what he's trying to say is like it's a little counterintuitive to like ban people once they like do something wrong, because they can just like have other means of socializing, so like they can make private group chats with like certain people that they like, and like it's like kind of going against the whole like community thing that we're trying to make in Pub Air. Like I think that's what he's saying, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's true. That's pretty much a better worded way.
I can add a little bit of input to
Yeah, go ahead.
So the whole idea is we're not limiting you guys to having to talk in this Discord. If you want to talk with people outside of the Discord, that's completely up to you. This is just a method to gain a lot of easy access to everybody else who's also staff that's co-linked to Lost Halls, if that makes sense. And then we still have talked about the idea of basically like transferring a punishment from here over to Lost Halls, but that's still in discussion. If the severity is that bad.
All right. I'd like to get into some more questions. Those rules only apply for here and not pub. The rules that are in pub, and the rules that are here apply to here. If that makes sense. Is this server just for staff? We'll get into that later down the line, but for the most part, yes. Let's see. Next question. Dirty, do you want to say it in VC or type it? Are any repercussions for actual server if we get to spend here? This will be discussed, but we're debating it.
I think my personal sort of point of view on that is if we can't trust you to be reasonable and not start shit in a sort of very lax social circle, why would we trust you with 65 raiders, So like the same sort of rules applies. Just please don't be an asshole. Like it's basically all it comes down to. Like, come on, bruh. Yeah, how can we expect you to lead in front of 64 people if you can't handle yourself in front of 5 people? There you go.
Next question is from Demiglans. Sorry if I'm not seeing it in stepping text. If I see you just put a hand emote, I'm assuming you're going to say NBC. Otherwise, please do a hand emote and then type out your question right away. So Demiglans, what's your question? All right, I'm going to give you 10 more seconds to answer.
He said
typed
it.
Oh, okay. What about channels that are restricted to certain roles, such as RL only and no IRL? Are you asking for like voice channels? Because if you're asking for voice channels, we're going to be having all-inclusive voice channels, at least for now. If we find that that doesn't work, we might make very limited amounts of those. But text channels are all-inclusive.
I think he's also saying like how we have like in pub halls we have RL plus, we have like security plus channels that are specifically for like more serious stuff. All of those are staying. So this is meant to only be social. So there's no reason to separate groups here. I mean, ultimately, if you want to play with some friends specifically, you can go ahead and do that. We have tons of VCs. But if it's more for serious stuff, you can always just do that in Lost Halls. Because all those main like important channels are staying.
Additionally, like they already responded to in staff meeting, try and give this a shot, guys. Like I know a lot of you guys are still RL, for example, in pub. And even though Rubub isn't there anymore, don't go to Bossy to just socialize. Try and use the channels here. Try it. Like, it's not going to be that bad.
Yes, thank you, Chimney. Are we mixing Sanctuary and Pub into the server? Yes, we covered that slightly earlier. Let me read more questions. So if meme contains some of this shit, can it be posted without consequences? Use your best judgment for posting in the curse shit channel. So if you have a really edgy meme and you think it might be too much, then don't post it in curse shit. If you think it's edgy and just kind of like, go ahead and post in curse shit. If we think it's too much, we'll probably delete it. If we think it was barely just enough to be deleted, we will delete it and you won't get a warning. Okay. Unless there's any more questions, I'd like to carry on. Yes, no porn, no gore. There are minors in this server, as you all know.
Are you? Sure. I was gonna say for Dirty's question. It is just for staff. You can, and as I said, there's an ability to like drag raiders and other people in here, but we do want to keep it to just staff. And if we ever partner with a non-directed pub server, aka the Nest, will we bring them over here as well? I'm unsure that pub would ever partner with any server that is not pub directed, but if possible, I imagine that would be true. I do not really see a world in which we partner with another server that we are not running, though.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps. How the hell do you double Discord? Okay, so you can open 2 Discord instances, i.e. one in your browser and one with the desktop app, and you can be in 2 different VCs with each instance. And so basically you can have one, say the browser or whichever one you prefer, you can have in the browser instance, and then you can have another one on the desktop instance. And so you can sort of be in both of them and talk in both of them. Obviously, I wouldn't recommend that, but it's possible. If someone steps down here, is the role removed or are they kept? If they step down here, we'll likely be removing the role as well. Well, we will be removing the role as well. How do you get the non-Rotmig roles? There is a channel for that called...
I'm going to be covering this later, so...
Yeah. Gotcha. We'll hold off on that for now. If I step down, do I get kicked from this? Yes. Well, you don't get kicked, you just would have your roles removed. And you can still see a couple of channels without your roles removed. But let's see.
It's also not to say that you couldn't come back and talk to people who are friends of yours. That's where Mango's going to get to with the whole carry-on system.
Yeah, guys, I've got notes here that I will get to later on with some of these questions. So
let's let Mango continue the meeting, please.
Yes.
Yeah, go for it, Banjo.
So next up is the announcements channel. I've posted a little basic guide, and there also may be giveaways that go there, hint, hint. So if you check out the announcements channel, you can see things that will get announced to the staff. So yeah, announcements channel is pretty basic. Next up, we have the role assignment channel. I assume there's not really any questions about announcements. It's going to be pretty basic stuff that will only apply to the server. Role assignment channel is my favorite part of this Discord, I think. If you check it, there's going to be a ability to react with certain game roles with this message. So if I were to click on the CSGO emote, I gain a role that lets me get pinged for CSGO stuff. If I unreact, I get taken away. Now, this ties in with the next channel, Game Pings. Please do not ping in here often unless you're really planning on organizing stuff. And I'm going to say this now, if you start spam pinging or trolling in there right now, you will be punished for that. So do not go trolling it.
Please, hold on, I gotta say this. Please don't add reactions to that.
Yeah, you gotta change those terms.
Just don't start adding reactions. That's gonna be instant warning.
Yeah, do not add reactions, like, do not add external reactions to that. Please do not do that. Let me check stepping text to see. Guys, please keep an open mind. I know some of you are negative Nancy's, but I ask that you give this a fair shot. I'm looking at you, Ye, with your role assignment comment. So next up, we have the Game Pings channel. Game Pings is where you can tag a role that you're interested in playing. So for example, if you're interested in playing Among Us, you ping at Among Us, hey, looking at starting up a game in, for instance, Apple Bapples in about 5 minutes. Who is interested in playing? Please do not ping a role right now. Do not do it right now. All right, thank you. So game pings, you'll use that to ping there. Do not do it in channels like Cansonio's Compartment. Yes, we can also add more games. Is this required? No, this server is not required. But it is where all socialization will take part, assuming this goes through. All right. So, nickname request is the next channel. I will get on to the question of can we get Isaac in here or other RLs that left. I will get to it later. It will be mentioned in Carry On. And yes, I will post the staff meeting notes later on. So, yes.
How about we have like a Q&A, like MBR said, after Mango's finished explaining everything? Because I think a lot of the questions you guys are asking will be answered throughout his rundown.
Yes. Thank you, Chimney. And I'm sorry if this is a rough meeting. This is my first meeting I've hosted, in case you haven't been able to tell. And this is also probably one of the bigger meetings that we'll ever have. And thank you to Foxlight for recording. All right. Next up, we have nickname request. Initially, when you're verified, your nickname will be set to your Rottmig IGN, as you can tell. Here, you can request a new nickname that you would wish to have. So, in nickname request, if I said I'd like my nickname to be Steven, for instance, just an example, then my name will become Steven with parentheses, my Rottmig IGN in it afterwards. The rules on nicknames are as follows. You cannot have it be an NSFW nickname, it cannot impersonate another staff member, and you cannot have spam. You may also have one emoji in your name. So, yes, that is how it will work. Once a nickname is changed, please, I'm asking staff to please delete it once your nickname is changed so we can keep the channel clean. So, yes, that is how the nickname request channel will work. Suggestions channel, which is currently in the staff meeting category, is for things you'd like to see changed during the during the trial. So, if you guys have an idea and people agree with it, what I'd say is leave a comment, and if you agree with it, leave a thumbs up to it. So add a thumbs up emote to if you agree with an idea or some sort of idea that gives us like an idea of whether or not people agree with it. So yeah. There is also a DJ role, in case you haven't been able to tell. This gives you access to the music bots. Currently, you can contact a security or above, and they will give you the DJ role. You are not to play shitty meme songs, or your role will be taken away. So if you play ear rape or like just constant meme songs instead of like actual music, you will lose your permissions to that music bot. If you enjoy ear rape, then play it on your own terms. Like use YouTube if you enjoy ear rape. And dev/mechanic currently doesn't have manage role perms. We're deciding to possibly do that later. Ear rape is like bass boosted music. You should know what ear rape is. I don't have to really define that for you. If it's actual ear rape, then don't play it. Yes.
Can we get a karaoke channel?
You can host karaoke sessions in one of the 6 VCs.
Thank you.
Yes, so I'm tempted to make a role for that. I'm considering it, making a role like karaoke and saying at karaoke session in Dunkin' Donuts, for instance. Yes, there is a first class section for those of you with the Better Discord plugin that lets you see invisible channels. This is for people with the moderator role or above. It is not something for you to be concerned with. All right, back to the Economy Plus section. Economy Plus is where your main socialization area will be. Cansonio's Compartment is your new basement. Please give it a good shot. I know it's not your basement that you currently have, but is now Kinsonia's compartment. We expect you guys to do most of your socialization here. As said, please give this a shot for your fellow O3 staff and EOs. They do not have this privilege in their current setting. So yes, please give it a shot. Kershit Trial. If you have weird memes, please post them here. This is also a trial channel. If you have like edgy memes, curse gross foes like Glitter Eye, then post them here. If something is extra cursed and like possibly determined as disgusting, then please label it with a spoiler. So that way people will know it's kind of excessive. Does that make sense to you guys? How do you tell which server someone is leader on? Well, first of all, you can click on them and view their mutual servers, and you can see which server they have a prefix on. We're not going to give any sort of indication straight through here that tells you what server you're on. So, because that would be more segregation, and I'm not really for segregating people in this community. And then finally, we have bot commands. Bot commands, we have bots such as the music bots, giveaway bots and receptionists, which you won't really be using. Tatsumaki, which is a fun bot where you can do stuff like T-Rep, T-Cat, etc. See, like T-Cat, boom. It looks like the bot is being kind of slow or not working. And yes, Devo, if you have something to add right now, go ahead and do it.
In the hashtag suggestions channels, please do not, like if someone, for example, was to post League of Legends to add that react, although that game is disgusting and bad, you don't need to actually comment that in the suggestions. Please try to keep that literally just purely for games. And please not try to meme like BRJ. And yeah, that's it. Just try to keep that like actually formal. And don't meme out other people's games if they want to play or get a role for. So.
Because there's definitely some less popular games out there that people might be interested in playing. So don't be an asshole. That's your general guidelines for this server, is don't be an asshole. Let them play what they want and don't judge them. So please stick with that. So, like I said, then your main bots will be Tatsumaki and Unbelievable. Looks like Tatsumaki is currently having some issues, so that is out of our control. I think we're about ready to get into a Q&A session time, unless any other HRLs, moderators, head event organizers would like to speak.
I think you've covered everything. Just be willing to give it a chance, guys. Like, a lot of people were on the fence on this idea, but came to the conclusion that it's something. Shut up, Luke. That it's something for the best of both communities. So, yeah.
All right. So next up, let's get into some questions. All right, and please go slowly with them, and if someone could keep track of the order of questions, please do so.
I think you should do the popular question first about the friends.
Oh, yes, that's right. I missed that. My bad. Friends, there is a channel called, we did say this is a trial. Already. Basically, if this doesn't end up working out, we'll go back to what we have. But I highly, highly, highly encourage you guys to give this a fair shot, as there are benefits to it. To receive the DJ role, you ask a security or above, or a TSA agent, as it's labeled here. All right, so friends and such. There is a role called Carry On. I will ping it. Carry On is given to friends who join this Discord. All Carry On gets is a voice channel. This voice channel is used so that they can be dragged into one of your voice channels that you are currently chilling in. So one of those 6, Rublu, Chupel, Aziz, Putt, Taco, Baco, Apple, Bapples, or Dunkin' Dunce, those are the VCs where you can drag them into. So say Isaac wants to go play League with a group of people. You can ask a Security Plus to get a one-time invite link where you will be given access to invite your friend, and they will be given the carry-on role. From there on, your friend can join TSA back alley inspection, where they will be dragged into the recording channels. And yes, those names are quite hectic. I'd like to say that you are responsible for everything that your friend says or does in these channels. So if your friend comes in here and starts spouting the N-word and starts fighting with people, you're going to take the warning for that. So do not invite friends who are going to be reckless. Does that make sense to you guys? All right. So moving on to Big Dort's question. What happens to Can's Basement now? Deleted. Can's Basement is locked down until we decide to finish this trial. Basically, if this trial it falls through, we will be undoing this server and we will unlock things. Is a suggestions channel for games rules only? No, it is not. It is for general suggestions. So.
To sort of reiterate what Manjo's saying is that we're going to be running this server on a sort of limited time basis to see exactly what happens with it and see if people like it or see if it's a failure. Because the one thing that we don't want to lose is the current community that we do have over in Pub, because we very much value that. And so if we believe that this causes other social things and staff interaction to lessen or other things along those lines, we'll likely go back to the way it was before, because it would be kind of a failure otherwise. Why did I get pinged? Why do I sound like a National Geographic announcer? I don't know, homie. That's up to me. Use the staff meeting channel for right now, though, because that's where I'm like looking most. Let's see. If we have a friend, do we not have the perms to kick them if they're being bullies? I think giving people the kick roll would be problematic, mostly because that would allow like an RL to kick an ARL. As much as lovely as that would be, there will probably hopefully be enough securities around to handle that. Can I have a one-time invite? We'll be giving those out. We'll be giving those out later. Yeah. If we need something like a one-time link, just DM, ping the security role is absolutely fine. Let's see. Any other questions as I can read through here?
No.
How long is the trial period?
We're going to hold that off right now, so please give it a fair shot. That's all that we ask, is that you give it a fair shot. We will be trialing it for at least a little while. How are we handling stupid pings? Can you give me an example, Polak? If you need to DM me it, then yeah. What channel is the one that carry-ons can join? TSA back alley inspection. Keep in mind, if perms are messed up right now, we will be fixing them soon. So yeah. Like 20 people just ping someone for no reason. So basically, if 20 people just ping someone for no reason, we'll have a security above, just tell them to knock it off. If people start spam pinging roles or something, they will definitely receive a warning, and probably if they're literally spam pinging roles, will be given a week removal at minimum, I'd imagine. All right. Do consequences here transfer talls and other way around? It is currently in discussion, but there is a good chance if you've done something severe enough to get yourself removed from here for a while, you will probably be receiving a consequence in halls. But like I should say, it's still in discussion. And when we know what that is, we will give it to you guys, like the news. It's in discussion. Yeah. Also, I should say that we're currently coming up for a solution for pinging stuff like, hey, at raid leader, can I get feedback? Do not ping it here, because you will be pinging other RLs that are like Orcs 3 RLs. Do not ping at RL for asking someone like if they can give you feedback looking at UARLs. For now, I'd say do it where you're pinging for taking over if you're looking for feedback. So DylanBot info. Thank you. BlazePig, what's your question?
That was precisely the question. Because at the moment, ARLs were pinging cans for feedback and whatnot, so I guess Dylan what info it will be. Thank you, Amanu, for being smart and asking that question.
Raidbot info, not Dylanbot.
There you go. Dylan, Rainbot info.
Yeah.
Old habits die hard.
Oh yeah. Any other questions? Are we still allowed to crash runs when everything is for the present? Double Discord. It's not hard to do. All you have to do is pull up your app, pull up a browser, join on like browser, and then join in app. So
One quick note. Whether you're an EO, ARL, TRL, RL, VRL, whatever, if you know that there's only one other raid leader in the VC and you're double discording, be ready to take over because you might have to at any time. If we get that, you might want to mute the RL and everything in question, but if you get a PM, be ready to quickly switch over to your raid leading mode because if you're in the VC and you're in the run, we expect you to take over if anything happens.
Thank you. Devo, you have a question.
I honestly forgot my question already. My bad, my
Alright.
bad. Oh wait, no, I remember. I said I was going to do a FAQ and a like quick tutorial and announcements later about double discording. So if you have questions, they'll be answered within like 3 hours when I actually type it up.
No, you will not be receiving prefixes, as they are fairly unnecessary. Again, any more questions? Just be sure we have to ask the RL before crashing. Is it limited to R? Do not you can't crash in the first place. You will be double discording. So you also still have to just double discord. Sorry, I was reading that. You don't have to ask the RL to double discord. Just double discord and be, like BlazePig said, be ready to take over if necessary. When is this recap getting posted? We're posting it after the meeting. Why do we have to double Discord? It literally makes no sense if we got to crash as RLs and Paul's voice chats, because this is the way that it is now. There were downsides to crashing, and we're going to be doing it this way now as it's a better alternative. Double Discord with only an ARL. That's something we'll need to discuss, but I imagine you'll probably have to. I'm not sure. We'll need to discuss that, Bleb. Thank you. Any other questions? Thank you, Wolf Wizard. He'd like to let you guys know that he likes turtles. Okay.
I like turtles too.
Me too.
Is ghost calling the same kind of concept? Yeah, just double Discord. Make sure you can't be heard on the pub halls end and ghost call and one of these VCs. Can you ghost call in TRL/ARL feedback? I personally don't have a problem with it as long as you're not like taking up like too many of the TRL/ARL feedback channels.
Yeah,
Big Door.
especially. Oh, sorry.
Big Door, yeah, we're pretty much wrapped up. It's just question times. And like Devo said, everything is being recorded.
I just wanted to say, stay away from ghost calling and feedback channels. You can literally use any other channel, because some of the role exclusive channels still exist in pub. Plus, there's multiple here, or just don't or just stay muted in the rating channel. But yeah, oftentimes the feedback channels need to be used, and especially in waves, 100% of the time they're going to be used.
All right. Jev is not necessary for officers to have the security role here. Roles are set up so that you only need one. Trodair, what's your question? For now, I'll move on to what if you just made a ghost call channel? We could make a ghost call channel. It's a possibility.
That could be useful since sometimes if somebody wants to look over your ghost calling and give you feedback, that's not possible in a rating VC since you can't unmute, or you shouldn't because that'd be really weird. So that could be a good idea.
No. Verub, close for now? Yes. No, we cannot hear you, Trodair.
Push to talk.
Yep, it's push to talk. Hold on, guys. You're typing pretty fast for me to keep up.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I apparently have 2 push to talk hotkeys, and one of them doesn't work. So I was about to ask about ghost calling. If you're trying to get feedback on it, and you're in another channel in like pub halls, you don't have to be double discording, right? Because you can't. So that double discording only applies if you're in a run while you're using a channel in Discord, not if you're in pub halls. I think some people are confused about that. Right?
All right. Is that good? Are you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can get brought up, but I don't know if I got answered. If we invite a friend, can we kick them? You can have them requested to be kicked if you're the one who brought them in. So yeah. But generally you won't just have perms to kick people. No. Let me see. Next question. If we decide to full spring into this staff server, will we move votes from leader chat here? If so, will we make leader chat is staying in pub halls, but please do not use it to socialize. Yes. So leader chat is staying in pub halls. Leader chat is also staying in the O3 Discord. We're only moving social channels.
One question real quick.
Yeah.
How are the perms set up in the social channels here for streaming? Because if we invite somebody and they can't usually see the channel, then you drag them in and you want to stream, will they be able to see it?
Friends will not be able to see your streams, unfortunately, but then they'd be able to see the channels regularly, and we'd have to mess with perms. It's something we could potentially change, but for now, people with the carry-on role can't. We could make the carry-on role see the VCs, but not connect.
But that's kind of like everybody can see where RLs are, and they're like, "Hey, why aren't you leading? You're in here instead." That'd be a bit weird.
Discuss it later.
Yeah, it can be
Yeah, okay.
discussed. So yeah. What's the issue with them seeing channels? Like we just said, they might be kind of like, hey, why aren't you leading? Let me try and answer some more questions. What if we only want people from Sanct in our social VC? Well, again, that reaches into the segregation part, and I'd really prefer you guys don't do that. There's no way you can force someone out just because they're not Orc Sanctuary. So just allow others in. Is this staff meeting just about the new Discord? Yes, it is. For the most part, yeah. Just about the new Discord. All right.
But I guess if you're all here, I'll take it as a chance to say, please log your run to the Vibot, not Dylanbot. Yes, yes, thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, let me look for more questions. Sorry if I'm missing questions. Just make sure to re-ask them if I end up missing them. So let's see. So is it to be determined how the other social channels are going to be in all pub affiliate servers? Let me reread that. So is it to be determined how the other social channels are going to be in all pub affiliate servers? Yeah, basically, if there's a social channel in O3 or in a social channel in pub halls, then we're going to make it so that they'll all be in here. As you see, you have 6 social channels to use now. Looks like you've answered the merge question. Will there be a staff run after the meeting? If people have keys and people are interested, yes, we can have a staff run after this. whether that be O3 or a void or a cult if you're interested in that for some reason. All right.
I think we have too many people for halls.
Yeah.
Oh, 3.
That's a possibility, actually.
I have no idea how to deal with 3.
Bro.
You'll just be
But, I mean, we
sacrificed.
have a lot of RLs. Maybe they can lead you through the dungeon.
Yeah, we have enough veteran leaders.
How about we
it's
make an
fine.
event organizer lead a full skip?
Hell yeah.
I'm down. I have.
Yeah, let me
Make,
look to
make
it.
the EO lead the O3.
No, how about I lead the O3?
All right.
Just get the most least qualified person.
Yeah, I'm here. I've never done O3.
Guys, can we let
I'd
Tango wrap it
like-
up, please?
Yeah, I'd like to hit Probium's question now that like it's pretty much wrapping up. So Probium, go ahead, take the floor.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, no, I just wanted to, since a lot of Pub Hall staff is here, I just wanted to bring this up with the end because this is unrelated, which is why I said at the end. Whenever you guys are doing an AFK check, if like let's say you're doing a cult AFK check and you have 0 rushers, do not use the request command for that. The request command is specifically if you need more. So if you have 3 rushers and one of them had to leave or like fake reacted, that's when you would use the request command. If you need something, because like let's say you're not getting vials, you would just do a regular @here ping. Don't use the request command if you need something, like if you don't have it yet.
On that note, don't ping @official rusher, please. You do not need to be pinging that.
Yeah, that's a big no-no. Do not ping official rusher. I think that about wraps things up. Let me check DMs and make sure I didn't miss anything big. Okay. Now that the meeting is starting to wrap up, let me read. Let's see. Okay. Now that the meeting is wrapped up, if you want friends in the Discord, message A security or above and ask them for a one-time invite link. Then you can give that invite link to a friend and they can receive the carry-on role. Staff that are security or above, give carry-on to people who are not pub staff.
How do I do a one-time invite link?
Okay, so click the little create invite button. Go to edit invite link at the very bottom. Expire after, just select one, doesn't really matter. And then max number of uses, select one use, and then generate a new link.
Where's the create invite button?
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
So
Top of your screen, like where you go server settings. Sorry.
Or it's on the side of a channel. Like if you hover over suggestions, there should be a little create invite button on the right side. So yeah.
Before you all ask, yes,
It's okay,
I will
don't
be
ask
invited.
me.
Don't kill securities.
All right. So meeting is over. Head to Rubloob if you're interested in some staff runs.